Hello everyone, myself Amruta Patil, lecturer of Computer Science Department, Arihant Arts, Commerce and Science Junior College, Baudhan, Pune. Today I am here to explain the instruction set of 8085. In my previous two videos, I have explained the instructions related to data transfer group, arithmetic operations group, logical operations group of the instruction of set of 8085. Today I am going to explain the instructions related to branching operations group and machine control operations group. Firstly, we'll start with the branching instructions group. The branch group instructions allows the microprocessor to change the sequence of program either conditionally or under certain test conditions. The group includes jump instructions, call and return instructions, restart instructions. First instruction is the jump. JMP is the opcode. Operand is always a 16-bit address and the description is jump unconditionally. The program sequence is transferred to the memory location specified by the 16-bit address given in the operand. The example can be jump, that is JMP is the opcode and 2034H is a 16-bit address. This instruction, when executed, the program sequence is transferred to the memory location 2034, which is an unconditional jump. JX is the next instruction. Operand is again a 16-bit address. Here the description is jump conditionally. The program sequence is transferred to the memory location specified by the 16-bit address given in the operand based on the specified flag of the PSW. So the example is JZ, that is opcode, and 2034H, that is 2034 H is the 16-bit address. The JZ is the opcode where the 0 flag, if it is set, then only the jump is done. That is the program sequence. If the 0 flag is set, then only the program sequence is transferred to the memory location 2034. Now you can see the conditions of the jump. The opcode is JC, that is jump if carry, and what is the status flag is carry flag is equal to 1, that is carry flag is set. JNC means jump if no carry. CY is equal to 0 is the status flag. JZ means jump if it is 0, that is Z is equal to 1. If the 0 flag is set, then only the jump is possible. JNZ, that is jump if no 0, then the status flag is Z is equal to 0. JPE, that is jump if parity is even. Parity P is equal to 1. If it is set, if it is 1, then only the jump is possible. Next is JPO, jump if parity is odd, that is P is equal to 0. In this case, if parity is 0, if parity is odd, then only the jump is possible. These are the short forms. C is for carry, Z is for 0, P is for parity. These are the status flags which indicate whether the jump is possible or no. Next is the call instruction. The operand is again a 16-bit address. Here the description is call unconditionally. The program sequence is transferred to the memory location specified by the 16-bit address given in the operand. Before the transfer, the address of the next instruction after the call, the contents of the program counter is pushed onto the stack. Then the example you can see is call 2034H, that is 2034 is a 16-bit address. Here there is no condition. Anyways, when the instruction is executed, that is call 2034, the program sequence gets transferred to 2034 address. Before this is the program sequence is transferred, the address of the next instruction is pushed onto the stack. You can see here the conditions of the call instruction. CC means call if carry, that means status flag says CY is equal to 1. If the carry flag is set, then only the call is possible. CNC, that is call if no carry. CY is equal to 0, that is carry flag is reset. CP is call if positive. If the carry is positive, that is S is equal to 0, then only the call is possible. CM, call if minus, sign flag is equal to 1, that is if the sign flag is set, then only the call is possible. CZ is call if 0. If 0 flag is equal to 1, if 0 flag is set, then only the call is possible. CNZ, call if no 0, Z is equal to 0. CPE, call if parity is even. If parity flag is set, if parity is even, then only the call is possible. Next, the last one is CPO, call if parity is odd. P is equal to 0, that is P is reset. Parity flag is reset, then only the call is possible. So these are the conditions and these are the status flags. Next is a return instruction. Return instruction, the operand is not present, return unconditionally. The program sequence is transferred from the subroutine to the calling program. The 2 bytes from the top of the stack are copied into the program counter and program execution begins at the new address. Example is return. RET is the opcode for the return instruction. Now after return unconditional, there is a return conditional. That means if these conditions, if these status flags conditions are done, then only the return is possible. RC is if return, if carry, CY is equal to 1. RNC, return if no carry, if there is no carry, CY flag is reset, then only the return is possible. RP, if return if positive, if sign flag is set, is reset, then only the return is positive. RM, return if minus, sign flag is equal to 1. RZ is return if 0, if Z is equal to 1. RNZ, return if no 0, Z is equal to 0. RPE, return if parity even, P is equal to 1. RPO, return if parity is odd, P is equal to 0, that is reset. These are the status flag conditions which tell you the return is possible or no. Next is RST. RST is the short of restart. Operand may be 0 to 7. The description is restart software interrupts. The restart instruction jumps the control to one of the 8 memory locations depending upon the number. The number can be from 0 to 7. These are used as software instructions in a program to transfer program execution to one of the 8 locations. The examples may be RST1, RST2, RST0, RST3 to RST7. So what happens here is as soon as the RST instruction is executed, the control jumps to any of the 8 memory locations which is specified with the RST instruction. Next we can see the control instructions. This is the 5th classification of the instruction set. The control instructions control the operation of the microprocessor. These operations include that it can be the stack operations, it can be interrupt control operations or machine control general operations. Each and every set has 4 to 5 instructions in it. The stack operations include push, pop, XTHL, SPHL. Interrupt control operations include SIM, RIM and EI. These are related to interrupts. Machine control general operations include PCHL, NOP and HLT, that is halt. One by one we will be looking after the instructions. Stack operation instructions include push register pair onto stack. The opcode is push, the operand is a register pair. The contents of the register pair are copied onto stack. SP is decremented. SP is the stack pointer is decremented and the contents of high order registers B, D, H, A are copied into the stack. SP is again decremented and the contents of low order registers C, E, L flags are copied into stack. Here the first of all SP is decremented and contents of high order register. If the register is BC, then high order register is B. If the register is DE, the high order register is D. If the register is HL, the high order register is H. So in that case, SP is decremented first of all and the contents of the high order register are copied into the stack. Again in the second step, SP is decremented and contents of the low order registers are copied into the stack. For example, you can see push B. Here B is the register, that means BC. In this diagram, you can see push H instruction is executed. In that case, what happens is the memory, this is the memory, this is the stack, and you can see SP is pointed to 2097. Now the first step is decrement the SP. Now after decrementing the SP, you can see you are going to push the 42 to the 2098 stack, and F2, that is the low order register, L you are pushing to the 2097, that is the stack, into the stack. Next instruction is pop. Popping means removing, pushing means adding. Pop stack to register pair. Pop is the opcode, operand is the register pair. The contents of top of stack are copied into the register pair. The contents of location pointed out by SP are copied to the low order register C, E, L flags. SP is incremented and the contents of location are copied to high order register B, D, H, A. Example, you can see pop H. The example is given here. Whatever contents are there in the stack, you are copying it to the memory back. You are removing it from the stack. So first of all, you will add the low order register content and then the high order register content. Next instruction is the XTHL, exchange of H and L with the top of the stack. The opcode is XTHL, operand is none, it's not present. The contents of L register are exchanged with the location pointed out by the contents of the stack pointer. The contents of H register are exchanged with the next location, that is SP plus 1. That means L is exchanged with SP and H is exchanged with SP plus 1. The example is XTHL. Next instruction is SPHL. Copy the H and L registers to the stack pointer. There is no operand present here. This instruction loads the contents of HL pair into SP, that is the stack pointer. Example is again SPHL. The next machine control group of operations include interrupt control operations. All the instructions related to interrupt are the interrupt control operations. The first one is SIM. There is no operand present. This is a single byte instruction and the description is set interrupt mask. This is a multi-purpose instruction and used to implement the 8085 interrupts 7.5, 6.5, 5.5 and serial data output. The example can be SIM. Next is read interrupt mask, RIM. No operand present here. This is also a multi-purpose instruction used to read the status of the interrupts and read the serial data input bit. This is also a single bit instruction, does not need any operand. The instruction loads 8 bits in the accumulator. It reads and loads the 8 bits in the accumulator. So the example is RIM itself. EI is enable the interrupt. Operand is not present. The interrupt enables flip-flops in is set and all the interrupts are enabled. No flags are affected and it's a single byte instruction. Example is EI. The next group is general machine control instructions. In that you can see the first is PCHL. There is no operand present, hence 1 byte instruction, and the description is load program counter with HL contents. The contents of registers H and L are copied into the program counter. 1 byte instruction, the contents of H are placed as the high order byte and the contents of L as the low order byte. Example is PCHL. Next is NOP. The full form is no operation. There is no operand present here. It is a single byte instruction. The instruction is fetched and decoded, but no operation is executed. The name itself tells you no operation. There is no operation happening after the instruction is executed. Example is NOP itself. Next is HLT, halt. There is no operand present here. The CPU finishes executing the current instruction and halts any further execution. 1 byte instruction, an interrupt or reset is necessary to exit from the halt state. The name itself tells you halt means finishes the execution and halts any other further execution. So the example is HLT, it's the short for halt. Now this completes your instruction classification of 8085. All the 5 groups have been explained in the 3 videos. Thanks for watching.